Pax. The Triumph has now been following their quarry for the better part of a day. Information has brought you chasing Galen's Folly, a merchant ship that the Empire suspects to have ties to the Drakes, specifically in information gathering and smuggling. As the crew has now in old hands on this on the Triumph, while aging and maybe not up to snuff as the rest of the Caroline fleet, you have turned this into Grasha has turned this into a well-oiled machine. By very careful selection of the crew, throwing those out. This is being part of the Triumph is a triumph in itself, an honor and a badge of competency. She keeps the best, and the others are culled, one way or the other. As she's shouting out over the railing next to the wheel, for additional speed, a battery of small spherical devices are brought forward, activated, and the sails, the additional sail that had just been put up, billow out as you are bringing arcane strength to the chase. She turns to a well-dressed, gloved automaton, almost dandy-like in his appearances. Well, how are we doing? Captain, we should be there. Maybe a couple of ticks. We should have caught up by them by end of bell. Not quick enough. Right. We need to catch them within the next hour. Thoughts? Well, there is cargo that we were supposed to bring to the outpost we could drop behind. That would lighten our load and give us speed. Do it. Orders are given out. Grasha here on a hunch of something. You're not exactly sure what. Information has not trickled down to you, Pax, but she gives basically the order bound to you to go into the hold and empty out shipments of cannons, ammunition, and other such heavy artillery that was supposed to arm one of the forts situated on an outpost near the Chimera Archipelago. This, would probably get you for treason. Unless Grasha brings the prize. You chase down the Folly, who now, with your lighted load, seems to close the gap with you. It's a small ship. Agile, but not fast. Here. The boarding is immediate. However, it has been made clear in your habit, as you are the first to jump onto the enemy ship, no quarter is to be given. The crew is not to be taken in as prisoners, and the ship is to be made sure of never to be found again. The attack is swift. The beast jumps over the railing, and you're the first one to fall on what is as all intents and purposes, a merchant ship, though a few nasty surprises await you below. As the battle itself comes to a halt, and you start with your breaching axe, basically working the lower parts of the ship and creating the breach. You do see that one prisoner was taken. But that is not your concern. It's only a few hours later that Grasha comes out of her cabin, and you can see that there's blood on her tunic as she's just finished off the prisoner. She's wiping her hands, those blue hands, from the gore, and she says, "Well, we have a setting. Many of you have heard of the legend, that Drake ship, of that heist all those years ago. We know where it is, and we are about to go get it. Make way. New heading." As she gives up the orders, what are you feeling here, Pax?
I think Pax definitely feels the pressure of the gamble upon gamble that's been happening in this situation. He takes a moment to really gaze at his captain covered in the blood of that prisoner that he knows she tortured to get the information. He pauses for that click as if hesitation is about to creep in, but just solidifies it down. His own voice in his head saying, "She's your captain!" And he just turns on a quarter turn and barks the orders out.
As the ship as we see the Triumph move towards the horizon, the last thing we see before fading to black is that Folly just move down into the deep. The wake of ether wolves who have been following the Triumph for some time now, gorging themselves on whatever meat is now floating between waters. And there's just that one moment, I think, where Galen's Folly, just by a trick of the light, a refraction of the ether, we read Grasha's Folly. Hello, friends, foes, those undeclared, and welcome to this new episode of Waves of Starlight. I would go on and ask how everybody's doing, but why don't we just roll for initiative?
Wow. Straight in there. Okay, good morning.
Straight
Everyone
in
awake?
there.
No foreplay.
Huh?
Nope.
Hey,
Rough
we've
and
had
brutal.
all of the previous episodes. No. While you guys are... Remember to click your token.
Guys, here we go. Natural 1 on initiative. Let's go.
I mean, that's a 19.
That's a 19. Tiberius, that is a 6.
Yeah, I forgot to click my token, sorry.
Ooh, double 18s for 23 on initiative for Farron.
And
So what's the strategy here? Should we totally avoid using magic to not attract more of them, or should we just obliterate them?
But if we use a lot of magic, it will, they will not keep up with the amount of magic.
Sure, because that's how it works.
yeah, indigestion rules.
Level 3.
Indigestion rules could work.
Also, have alert. So if anyone wants to do the switcheroo, I'm thinking of I'm actually thinking of Pax, exactly.
I would love to.
Okay, let's
Alrighty
go.
then.
Let's switch. That's a 23 for a 4.
Right.
That's much obliged.
Alert is useful. Okay.
Can I actually?
Especially-
Can I? I'm actually stealing your agency right now, dear GM. I actually wonder what that looks like.
Yeah, you tell me.
Essentially, I think you know that Farron is twitchy. You know that he has his head on a swivel, maybe rightly so, maybe sometimes for reasons that are mostly in his head. But what it means is that when these plans start to move, there's just a gesture towards you, and I think in this case we are close enough, right? We are clustered closely enough, where I just nudge you and slide almost behind you, putting you in a position where you are facing one of these creatures more directly. So it is fast. It is in this case soundless, and just through tapping and just turning you around a little bit so that you are already facing the threat.
Farron, would you want to maybe switch positions right now?
I think that makes perfect sense given what I just said.
Yeah.
So
I'll switch you guys around.
All right.
There you go. Pax, are you okay with that? If you say no, I'll just move you back.
Perfectly fine.
Okay. Right. So as you contemplate these not creatures. This is not a creature per se, right? It doesn't look like fauna. It is definitely flora. It has this sort of wide bulbous top, almost looking like a flat umbrella, and it seems to shape itself so that it can sort of attach itself to different branches, and it moves with a series of where it grasps by the top, and then it throws its creepers forward, and then grabs and sort of moves forward that way until it starts to get into the clearing, and you start to realize that disc of a top at the seems to float, seems to at least be able to sustain itself just so that the bottom vines can creep forward. However, they seem slow, at least the first 3 of them, as one of them almost crashes through, almost taken by inertia, almost as if it sped as somebody running, and it crashes through the brush, and so it just moves, floats over the ground, just as, so betraying the possibility of a burst of speed. These things are brimming with ether. Any of you can tell. So, Pax, on that note, what are we starting with?
Sorry. Quite interesting that you mentioned they are like fauna. I think Pax will pretty much feel, right now they're a group of people in danger, cornered, and he's going to allow himself to sink into that persona, something he's used to doing, to just intimidate a group of people around straight away. And the way it reveals itself right now is Pax drops on all fours with his lanky body out, stretches his neck out, and hisses out in a circle around, whipping that way too elastic body to very much do a full circle, the tongue slithering out and the crown going full crown around his neck. and I'm going to use my Dreadful Shroud. Actually, no, I'm going to hold action Dreadful Shroud for as soon as 3 of them are within 15 feet of the group.
15 feet of the group. Of you mean?
Of me, yes.
So within that circle, basically.
Yes.
Okay. 3 of them.
So, but that's how. Yeah, I'm gonna say 3.
I will say
because you just mentioned there were already 3 coming, and I'm anticipating more because you said there were many at the end of last session.
Well, I did mention that there were. Let's say you see 4. Normally, there shouldn't be any further than this.
Then let's say 2.
Okay.
Because I was anticipating a higher number.
Right. Okay. So we're reserving your action to do that Aura of Dread.
Yeah.
Is
That
there a
Dreadful
bonus action
Shroud,
or
indeed.
movement that you wish to do?
In that movement, I'm going to, if he's willing, I'm going to do a swap with Tiberius, because I want to keep an eye on the circle around and be able to jump whichever front gets attacked first.
Okay. On his turn he'll swap with you as part of
All
that.
right, so I'll just use that as my movement and
Okay,
bonus
yeah,
action.
sure.
I'm just doing the tap to him to indicate that I want to swap with him
Okay.
as I keep this
yeah,
prepared.
You know what? Just move like this. Okay. Perfect. Okay.
That way it's neatly spread around, like I'm in the center of what will be the battlefield.
Okay. Perfect. Astrea, you're up. The creeper is acting behind. Wait, I do not have Gizmo on my.
Yeah. Because I forgot to click my.
Yeah, please click your token.
Okay,
Wait, what did you roll?
I believe it was a 15.
15. I will add your turn and go for 15.
Thank you.
However, remember, if you do not click your token, it does not count. This is your warning. Right. So, Astrea, you're up.
Astrea is going to think they know there's magic already. More will not change anything. So spiritual weapon is coming up.
Well,
Ooh. Oh. Or do I want to try something new? Let me just check real quick. Okay, I'm gonna try something and it's gonna give us information as well, so that's gonna be nice. With a vertical gesture, in a way that, with a prayer that is basically, Astet, I pray for your light. But she's a Twilight Cleric, so Astet's light come as Moonbeam.
Okay.
And since I can move that thing, it's gonna appear right over that one first.
Okay. Moonbeam. Let me just go get you the token.
Yep. As a shimmering veil, a circular veil of light beams down. It's a 5-foot radius, 40-foot height cylinder. Yep.
Damn it. Where are you? Okay. We can just take this. So, you know, I should be able to have these better on
260 feet. Oh, and I don't know if he knows it, but I'll really tell Tiberius. I'll tell all of you. Stay out of it. I cannot protect you from it. 5-foot radius. Yeah.
There you go. And I will give you control over it. There you go. Place it where you wish.
Yep. Boom.
Perfectly aligned.
Yeah.
Right, so remind Moonbeam, it is when they enter it and when they... It's basically on their turn, correct? So it's going to start its turn
When the cylinder appears, each creature in it makes a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d10 damage. If the creature is shapeshifted and so on, okay.
Yeah, okay.
On a successful save, half as much damage. And also makes it safe when the spell area moves into its space and when it enters the spell area or ends its turn there.
Okay, that is when when it be...
So I'm gonna display it,
Yeah.
that way you can reread it as a issue.
A creature also makes a save when the spell areas moves into a space and when it enters the spell's area or ends its turn. Oh, it ends its turn there. Okay, interesting. Okay, so now actually Moonbeam. Okay, so it is still on. Okay, so it is going to. It is going to make it's going to make a save. Okay, there we go. Of course, it doesn't work that way. Right. So what's the save on this one?
DC is written up there.
It's Constitution 14. Okay.
Constitution 14. Yeah.
That is a 17, so it's going to take half damage,
Yeah.
which is half of 9.
9. So 4.
4. Okay. I'm moving it just here. It is just so that I can grab the token. And you are under concentration. Now here's the thing. As soon as you throw the spell, there is that effect of... Wait, is Moonbeam not concentration?
It is concentration.
Okay. There's a surge. It's almost like, at least this, the closest one leaps forward. Sort of leaps this way.
Alright. Yeah, okay.
This one seems to be caught in the light, doesn't necessarily react. However, this one also leaps forward. And
There
this
you
one-
have it, Pax. That's
That
for
triggers my dreadful
Yeah,
strike.
that's the trigger. Actually, no, not this one, as that one had already sprinted previously.
So both of them need to do a DC 14 intelligence saving throw.
Right, and this is for what effect?
Frightened.
Ah, right. As I mentioned, Flora. They are immune
Very
to
good.
frightened. So I'm going to let me just check. Yes.
The only thing I had left
The-
other than just going at it with my axe, so
Yes, these things, as I would like to have, by the way, the reaction from Astrea, Gizmo, Farron, as I think this is the first time Pax has really sort of deployed himself. And all of a sudden you have that reputation, the beast, the name of the beast that has been sort of murmured throughout the crew. Here, you see it.
absolutely.
I think for Farron, there's a moment of, the whole admiring the abomination thing, kind of like this thing of, oh, I'm glad he's on our side.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Remind me to
Yeah.
not trigger you too much. I'm not gonna stop annoying you, but not bother you too much.
I think Gizmo jumps as high as basically Astrea's shoulder. He gets actually scared. Then when he comes down to the ground, he looks at Pax and he's like, do it again, do it again!
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Speaking of Gizmo, you're up.
Yeah.
By the way, Astrea, is that the end of your turn?
I think so. Wait. I'm gonna have a check. Yeah, I'm pretty much out of bonus actions for now, so yeah.
Okay. Gizmo, you're up.
So I think that Gizmo, still mindful of what happened, basically a few minutes ago, where his flamethrower didn't work properly, well, at least like he hoped, he will use the protector again.
Okay.
On basically everybody in the area, aside from the plants.
It's 10 feet,
obviously.
right?
It's 10 feet
Yeah,
from
so you
the
catch
camp,
everybody.
yes. And that's going to be 1d8 plus 4. Voila. Oh, come on.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. Everybody gets 5 additional, 5 temporary hit points. I'll put 5 here. And...
I want to imagine I can see that even the protection doesn't really...
Yeah, it sputters. It's not the... It just... doesn't really... There's something still that needs to be done here. That is, I believe, your bonus action. What is your action?
My bonus action. And since we decided that we're gonna use magic, you know what? Just as last time, I will use catapult because super frustrated with this. That keeps happening.
Grab a rock. Which one are you aiming at?
I want to say this one.
Okay.
So the one in front of Pax, basically.
Okay. It's large enough that there's no particular risk. You could choose a rock and throw it. It's going to make a dexterity save.
This is 14.
That's a 7. So full damage, it takes 10 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Resistance is... Yep. Minus 10. Yeah, the rock or whatever piece of wood that you managed to sort of grab with your catapult flings in and just shatters onto... and you can see the sap as it moves. The sap is this sticky, black, oily... Not tar, but very... it's like an oil slick that sort of bubbles a little bit and then sort of falls. Yep. But you can see that where it hits, there is that sort of... how should I put it? Evaporation. You can see basically where you cut it with that stick, the sap, the liquid part of the sap evaporates and almost creates a sort of self-sealing cover, basically, in the wound.
Yeah.
Now,
I see.
just to be sure, just to be precise, this is not a healing mechanic. This is just flavor.
Flavor, okay.
Right, that these things are basically drawing ether directly into their pores. It's part of it's literally part of the fauna here. Right, is that your full turn?
Yeah, because we are going to be surrounded anyway, so any move.
There is... So, as part of their move, I think this one goes right towards you, Gizmo. This one as well, I think the closest one. And moves there. It is evident that the two people that are targeted here are Gizmo and Astrea.
Yep.
So, let's start the massacre. Gizmo, 2 attacks on you.
You better evade those.
The first one, as basically it floats above, and these tendrils, what would be sort of floating roots, basically go to try and grab you, Gizmo. It's gonna. So first strangle attack is going to be a 24.
That hits.
The damage is going to be 18 bludgeoning damage.
I am
I'm down.
going to intercept
Okay.
some of that damage, so I'll use my reaction. The way it basically happens is Pax pretty much reaches out and pushes Gizmo's head down and just tries to grab some of those vines out of the air that are slithering towards him.
Okay.
Reduced by 4. I
Reduced
don't
by
know if that's
4.
enough.
So that is exactly 14. I believe Gizmo's down.
I'm still down.
Damn it!
Oh wait, no, wait. Don't. No, sorry. You have your temporary hit points.
You
right?
have 5 temporary hit
Oh
points.
yeah, because I chose everybody. That's your. Yeah. I didn't. I thought about everybody else, not myself.
So yes.
So that leaves me with the damage of 3, I believe. Well, yeah.
No, you should be at. So the. You
You
should
said
be at
damage
5.
was. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Okay, that was close.
However, you are grappled by this one right here. I'm going to mark it. You know what? I'm going to put you directly like this. To back. Oh no, wait. Actually, this one. This is the one who grabbed you. As it sort of wraps around you, you are grappled. You will need to take an action to escape from it. I have the DC here. However, until the grapple ends, you are restrained and you cannot cast spells that require a verbal component.
Okay.
So you're gagged as well.
Yes. I will say this. How many spell slots do you have left?
So accounting for my cantrips, 0.
No. You have no
I have no spell,
no spell slots left.
Nope.
Okay. It grabs you, but there is a pull, right? It sort of pulls at that essence. Maybe because Gizmo is more of a gadgeteer, your magic is not of you. It's more of the. You can feel these sort of more slender vines, basically reach for that equipment, all that enchanted, all that magic that you are wearing. It is slinking and try to grab at the energy that is inside. Because it has been grabbed, it grabbed you. The second one is going to go for Farron. Farron,
Lovely.
do you
Good luck.
still have your Armor of Agathis or not?
No, and unfortunately, well, fortunately for me in this case, it looks like both of my spell slots, Warlock for the win, have been expended.
Okay, it's still gonna go for you in this case.
But of course it does.
Let's go for a strangle attack. That is a 19 to hit,
Yeah, it's Armor
and that
class
is
14.
15 damage. Remember,
Huzzah!
you've got those temporary hit points.
I've got those temporary hit points, so I'm at 7 hit points currently.
Okay, and you.
Whoa, Nelly!
And you are grappled as it moves into your space. And again, you also feel you have no spell slots.
I have no spell slots.
Okay. Lastly, one.
That's gonna be for me.
That's going to be for Astrea. That is a 15.
Meat is beat.
Okay. So you are grappled, and you will take 11 points of damage.
This is no bueno, guys. This is not good.
No.
It's not good at all.
Do you have any spell slots left?
Oh, yeah, a couple.
Okay.
3. 3 to be precise.
Okay. I want you to mark off the lowest one.
Yeah. It's
And
3 level 1s.
As it pumps that energy, and you can see where the burns of the moonbeam had hit, it's sort of that dissipates, that heals. And can I have a concentration check? And
Yeah, of
the
course.
last one is actually going to go for Tiberius, as he is a magical boy as well. That is... What's your... with a 12, it misses, as Tiberius sort of... I think Tiberius literally throws a crate at it, at the vines. The vines sort of grab to it, pushing it to the side, as he himself, now it's his turn. He's gonna grow. So Tiberius, I believe that's a bonus action for you to shift. Bonus action to shift. Let's move you out here. As I'm going to move you, I'm going to bring in the big boy directly. Here we go. There we go. Hello
Tiberius
to
the
Tiberius
bear.
the bear. And he is going to go for 2 claw attacks. Yeah, he's gonna go 1, 2, which is 2 hits on 18 and a 12. That is 13 damage, and that is 13 damage, so that's 26 damage. As he rips through this thing.
MVP right now.
Yeah.
That is Tiberius' turn. Farron, you're up. You are grappled. Again?
Yeah.
So
Using...
any spell that requires verbal component, you cannot cast.
Right. I am going to use my action to attempt to escape the grapple.
Okay.
So what's the escape DC on this one? I'm
16.
going to try and do 16. I'm going to try to do it with dexterity. So I'm guessing, is it a
Acrobatics.
dexterity check? Yeah, acrobatics check or just an acrobatics check.
Yes.
Don't fuck me, little dice. Which one is that?
That is a
That's
21.
a 21.
Nice.
Okay, 21. That's good. So, essentially, kind of like does, you know, the idea of a coiled snakes just sort of like whipping out of these tentacles and ripping them, or at least ripping my way partially through them, stumbling out of the grapple.
I think
that's for my action.
I think you probably leave your coat behind.
Yeah. Looks at it vaguely disgusted.
So that is your action.
Yeah, I liked that coat. And I'm going to, as a bonus action, I am going to attempt to... the one that's tried to kind of like, you know, schmooze with me right there,
Yeah.
has it been hit up till now?
It is intact.
Okay. It is intact. Well, isn't that just lovely? Yeah. A dagger it is. It's my only bonus action attack, and gotta do something.
Remember, you need to have the attack action to do the secondary offhand.
Ha! Yes, that is true. Can you tell that I've never played semi-martial characters before? So I am going to, for my bonus action, seethe and just glower at that thing.
You want to move away from it?
I mean, can I escape its range without getting kind of like attacked of opportunity?
It's got no. It's
Bonus
gotten its
action. No.
It's gotten its reaction. So yeah, no. Unfortunately, unless you're a rogue, no.
Yep. Unfortunately, that's not very useful. So I'm going to.
But you can maybe move at least. You can.
I'm going to attempt a flanking with Pax and place myself over here.
Yep, that is perfectly fine.
And yeah, swear under my breath. That's Farron's turn.
Okay. Speaking of, thank you for the transition. Pax, we're back up to you.
All right. As soon as Pax sees Farron start rotating around this carnivorous mushroom, Paxy's gonna draw his short sword, flip it backhanded, and he's just going to leap up, trying to just go straight deep into the body to try and gouge it down in a strike. For a 20 to hit.
That's actually a 26 because you have advantage.
Then it's a natural 20.
Then it is a Then please roll.
Yes, sir. So that's 2d6 plus 4. That's 10 damage.
Okay.
I inflict Vex on it, but I have advantage anyway. And for my bonus action, Pax is going in with the jaws. He's just opening wide, going for like right under the mushroom top, and he's just trying to rip it as hard as he can.
That is a 25.
25. Almost a nat 20 again.
You can actually roll. You can also in roll 20. You can just click on for the roll damages.
Oh,
as
yes,
well.
I can.
That is another 5 slashing
But it is
damage, and
5 extra slashing damage.
and I believe you get hit points back.
Only temp HP, but it's less than the 5 I have, so I'm going to keep the 5 that I have.
Fair enough. Right. That's your turn. Astrea, you're up. You are grappled.
Looking at something because I don't like that about the moonbeam, and the wording of the spell thing is weird because now they're taking a magic action, and I was like, okay, but so it is an action to move moonbeam, which
It always has been.
ridiculous.
Always has been.
Okay.
It's
That is
the
ridiculous.
it's the spiritual weapon that moves with the bonus action, but
Yeah.
moonbeam has always been an action to move.
Because escaping the grapple is also going to be an action, I guess.
Yes.
So I've just expended a very expensive spell slot, and I'm not going to be able to use it this turn, which frustrates me. But it's okay. First and foremost, I want to break this grapple because I don't have a lot of spell slots left, and I'm gonna need them. Let's go. It's gonna be. Don't feel me now, strength. Astrea is basically brute forcing her way out of the.
Okay. Make me athletics.
Out of, yeah.
DC 16. That is a 7, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, but even with the other one, it didn't go. Okay, so that's the bust. However, since my spell slot is going to be absorbed anyways, Gizmo is still in the thing's
Yes,
arms
still
as
grappled.
well, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, still grappled. Okay. Gizmo, Astrea is gonna send her healing word towards you.
Oh.
Okay.
It is some
Wow.
decent healing word.
Whoa.
That's wow.
That is
That's the max.
that is the max. So
Well, thank you.
right. Speaking as Gizmo, you some of the wounds here, some of the energy comes back to you. No, it's not in the stat block, so I won't say that some of the energy dissipated. Anyways. But yes, as the energy heals your wounds, the tendrils move to trying to intercept or grab at the energy that is knitting up your wounds.
And he's got advantage to escape the. No, I'm just kidding.
Even actually disadvantage. Gizmo, you're up.
Oof. Okay. Gizmo was starting to get desperate, but thanks to Astrea's encouraging words, let's say he will really try his best. Hopefully, and I will use my action to try to escape.
Okay.
That will be dexterity, I assume.
This would be so. It's either athletics or acrobatics. Your choice.
Athletics are definitely acrobatics.
Okay, that is a 19. You are free.
Great.
So you may escape, basically, the grapple at any spot around the... basically, you can place yourself anywhere around it.
I want to run towards Farron, actually.
Okay, there we go.
I'll stay there, and I will use my bonus action to first move my cannon.
Yeah.
So, since it counts as a small object, can it occupy the same space of the plants? It is small or tiny? I want to consider it as tiny.
I would say so. Yeah, sure.
So, because my whole idea is just to move cannon here and
Yep.
then try again for one last time, hopefully, with the flamethrower and get
Oh,
this
flamethrower.
big guy.
Okay.
Yeah, the big guy and the other big guy in front of
Okay, so you're trying to catch the two of them. Okay.
the two of them, exactly, because it's a 15, 15-foot goal.
Okay. Yep, I'll allow it. What's the DC on that? What's the save? Actually, you can just double click. If you shift, I think it's control click on the flamethrower. On the cannon, you should have the stat block popping up.
Shift click.
Shift click.
Nope, I don't get. Ah, yeah. Okay, double click.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So there is going to be a flamethrower
Okay.
against my spell DC. Yeah, so it's I have to
DC
get
14,
it.
dex save.
14. Dex save. yeah.
Okay, Dex. The first, so the top one is a 21. The second one is an 8. So this one will take this one will take full damage. That one will take half.
Okay.
So why don't you roll me 2d8 fire damage?
2d8. Coming right up. Don't let me down. Oh, that.
9.
Okay.
Okay, so that's minus 9 right here, and this one is minus 4. Right. Strangely enough, as this little item sort of detonates the bout of flame before you, Gizmo. By the way, is that the end of your turn?
Yes, that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. The creepers, actually, both of them will turn towards the cannon and try to attack it. So the first one is going to try and grab it with a 9, doesn't hit it, and the second one does hit it with a 20. It's right on top of it. Makes sense. For a total of 18 damage, as it wraps around your arcane cannon and basically shatters it.
Yeah, it's got 15 HP. So.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be moving that. But that's 2 attacks that are not on you guys.
fair.
The one that is attacking Tiberius, that is a 10. It seems to be a bit sluggish, that one. And the one attacking Astrea, that is a 17.
And well, the 15 hits.
Ouch!
Yeah!
Yikes!
Ouch.
I believe that's
Yeah.
max damage.
Guys, I've got a
Yeah, that's
bad
max damage.
news. My
As
HP
it just
max
squeezes, as basically goes,
27.
as yeah.
So guys, my max HP is 27, so I'll let you guess 2 times.
No.
She's down.
Yeah, she's down.
Okay.
As
no,
this,
down,
as
down,
this
okay.
again, this
is-
thing sort of wraps itself, and you can see, again, there is that shimmer of magical energy. It is draining
To add insult to injury, I guess I remove my last spell slot that I had.
Yes.
Oh,
Eh.
Jesus Christ.
It is going to be Tiberius's turn. He is going to continue wailing on this thing. Basically going to make a bite attack, which misses. Claw. Sorry. Okay. And that is minus 16. Minus 6. As he becomes more frantic, but this time he's grappled the thing and basically brought it down to the ground, and it is again tearing into it. It is very, very hurt, if you can say that. It is literally steaming with ether as the body's being rent apart of this plant. But there's definitely there's a look, sort of urgent look towards Astrea as he rushes even further to try and break this thing apart so that he can get to, he can continue on another target. Farron, that's you.
Is it now? Okay. I think there's blood draining from Farron's face as he sees Astrea fall. I don't think Farron can reach the one that is, currently towering above her prone form. So instead, what he's going to do is he's going to once again, he's going to shift focus to the one that's already been severely damaged by Pax.
Mm-hmm.
I still have advantage because of flanking,
Yes.
just as Pax did. So I think, all right, shifts again his stance, tries to remember for a second what Pax taught him, and then fuck it, we dance. And it's going to be a full attack with the scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bugger. Which one is it? Okay, that's a
that's
17 to hit.
Besides,
to
a
hit.
13 would have been enough.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
So you can do the damage,
But-
and as part of the scimitar attack, you can freely make that dagger attack.
Not quite, because the
Oh,
nick
right, because
would
you
have
don't
been
have
weapon
you don't-
mastery.
Yeah. Sorry, my
Not
bad.
yet. No worries, but if only. Yes, so that is... that's 8 damage.
No, that is
then-
actually a total of 10 because you have Genie's Wrath. So you do an extra
True,
2.
true.
I'm just reading what the screen tells me.
That is
Okay.
correct.
And you
I
want a
think
bonus action?
It's two thunder. Yeah, bonus action dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite dagger, but close enough. And this one is okay.
That's
25 to hit.
Yep.
And then
It's just going to be the
With-
D4.
that's 2 points of damage plus 4. So that's 6 points of damage.
because you don't have the... Because it's on your offhand, you don't add the extra die. It's just the die damage.
Ooh, true.
So that is 2 damage.
Again, martial funds. Yes. Keeping an eye on Astrea as well. No, trying to keep an eye on Astrea, but focused on pruning this mushroom from hell.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
I keep flanking. I maintain flanking with Pax,
Okay.
so no movement.
Pax, you're up.
As soon as Pax hears the cry of pain from Astrea, he briefly looks over his shoulder and sees how she limps into these tendrils, probably still holding her.
Yeah, they seem to be. Yeah, they're holding, and there is that draining effect, right? Of the, it's almost like if it was leaking ether, the ether mist during its wounds. Here, it seems to be drawing it directly from Astrea into small pores that are within its limbs.
All right. Full fluff. Pax, who's used to fighting in close quarters on the
Yep.
ship, you see him bounce to the side, and I basically fluff-wise want him to kick off both feet forward, to jump feet first towards the creature
Yeah.
to basically kick himself off against the creature and throw his body, both his arms around Astrea. I basically want to pull her out of the grapple. I'm not trying to do any damage.
Okay.
That's just how I'm fluffing it.
Right. Make me an athletics check.
Athletics.
A 19. Yeah.
That is a 19.
Here's the thing: is that as you grab her, you pull her away. It's the release is not that difficult. It seems that the flora is not fighting to keep Astrea within its grasp.
No longer tasty.
Yep. Yeah. Pax basically he's gonna keep a hold of Astrea over one shoulder, his short sword in front of him. And he shouts out, "We need to retreat!" Before taking a step and basically just biting at whatever tendril that comes close with my bonus actions. The last
Okay.
one I can do. It's with advantage because it's on the one with Farron. I'm still flanking.
okay.
So 22 total
Yes.
for
that's
9
9.
damage.
Okay, that's good.
And then from there,
Yeah.
I'm going to do something quite dangerous, and I'm going to step out of all 3 of those ranges and try to soak up their attacks of opportunity so the rest can move.
Okay. So you're trying to you're basically goading them into.
I'm baiting them.
Okay.
I'm really like keeping Astrea fully safe, holding my sword arm forward, the rest of my body angled in between. But I know I'm faster and more martial than the other 2. So
Right.
I'm literally gonna see if I can
Okay.
tank it.
I will say.
That's what I do, right? I'm a fighter.
Yeah, the one that you just bit is going to attack. That is an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Technically means that not only do you take 14 damage, but you are grappled.
Yeah, that's bad news. I was hoping I would not get grappled straight away.
Yeah. I will say that this one seems content. Astrea, let's go for the first.
Yeah.
Death
First death save of the
throw
campaign.
of the campaign.
Yep. That's good.
That's a 19. That's a
Yeah.
That's a goodie. That's a goodie.
One short of a.
Yeah, what short of
short
you
of him
coming
getting me
back with
back
a
up.
vengeance?
That would have been fun.
Gizmo.
Yeah. Look, there's Astrea's life in
In the balance.
danger, basically. So
Yeah.
in the balance. So I will hope my. Oh no! Wait, fuck! They destroyed it. Actually, I have got nothing. I have no spell slots. You know what? I still have my little friend,
You
and
still
I
have
will.
your.
No.
Yeah,
Technically, he has his pistol.
exactly.
Oh, yeah. That little friend.
I don't think we. I think we mentioned. I don't remember if we mentioned that you had the ammunition for it. But you know what?
Clear.
Why don't you roll me?
I have a firearm bullets in my. Oh no, I've got 0. Fuck.
Why don't you roll me 2d4?
Please make it good. Oh, okay.
You have 5 shots.
Can I use all of them?
You can start with 1. By the way, artificers no longer have proficiency in firearms. Just saying.
No profit. Oh, so is it already accounted for in D&D Beyond?
Normally, it should be your dexterity. It should be just your dexterity bonus.
Well, no, because I still have a +3 here. I've got +1 in dexterity, so it's still accounting.
Oh,
for the-
okay. No worries.
So, I'll just roll it old style. 1d20 +2. That's to hit. Yes. No, +1. Sorry. Oh, that's a 10.
So here's the thing, right? It's a range, so normally this would be even a disadvantage, because you are rolling, you're firing at close range and combat range. So unfortunately, the shot goes wide, or hits.
That's fair. I will use one luck point to give myself advantage and just roll normal.
Yes, well, that would be the 9 then. So keep your luck point. Keep your luck point.
But okay, if you say so. Okay.
No, because it would give you advantage, but you have disadvantage, which means
Yeah, but
it
I would have
be
to
the
use my
9.
reach for this way. I'm just getting advantage for no reason, basically. Just for fairness, but.
Don't worry about it. You would have to roll. Look, you were going to roll twice, but the first one's a miss anyway. So there we go.
True.
Okay, that is your action as you fire the shot. It is again. It's either you hit a leafy part that does no damage, or a wooden and it bounces off. You're not exactly sure, but this thing is not. You're looking at this and you're going, yeah, this is not as good as was promised.
Yeah. Looks like. Okay. That will be all because I have nothing else to do with my
Okay.
section.
As the creepers, so this one sort of moved in. It's going to be the creeper's turn. This one basically just moves out of. It seems to just hover, in a way. Sort of, it doesn't seem to be attracted by anything in particular. It's just there, maybe sort of content. There is definitely one that is going to. Let's see. It's going to. One on the bear. Strangle. That is still a 9. Then the one on
Tiberius
Pax.
is just destroying that one.
13 for
13
Pax,
does not hit.
and for Gizmo that's an 8.
That doesn't hit actually.
It does not. No. No. This is finally a good turn for you guys. Tiberius is going to go in again. That is a claw and a claw. So basically, this one. Let's see. That 8 damage. This one is destroyed. And then he rushes the one that is holding you, Pax. So that is a 19 for and for the damage, that is another 8 damage. As he basically tries to, as he just goes in and maws through. Here we go. Farron.
Right. I've heard Pax's call to run, essentially.
And
So what
yeah,
I'm-
but again, you have to imagine this plant floating about maybe 5-7 feet off the ground, long tendrils. Pax caught up in him with his axe. Astrea lying down in a very sort of in that sort of high fantasy woman in distress kind of pose, and a
boy.
bear basically in the middle. This could
Right.
be an awesome T-shirt, guys.
Yeah.
A lot of neon, great on the side of a
This
van
is-
somewhere in the 70s.
Just considering M's face, I think let's put like fallen warrior
Yeah,
rather than
yeah.
damsel in distress pose, and then we have her t-shirt.
Yes, I do not plan.
So-
I'm not planning on sleeping on the couch tonight, so let's go with that. Farron.
Yeah, so, the plans of running away contrasted with exactly that sight. And so what Farron is doing instead is he is wailing on the one that is, that has currently Pax in its grasp. So once more with feeling, trying to, I think, is there a way I can maneuver to flank with Tiberius?
No, not really.
Not really, I figured as much.
But I mean,
I'll
give you advantage anyways, considering
you don't have to do it, but it's okay. I'll take it if you give it, but it's not.
I shall give it.
Sometimes, all right. Sometimes it'd be like that. So, full attack, scimitar it is. Come on, beat. Nah, that's an 11 to hit.
No, DC's 12.
DC's 12, of course it is. Since I have attacked, even if it's not a successful attack,
You can do the dagger. You can go for the dagger.
Right. Go for the dagger. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, no, that's a 15.
15 is the case, so that's a D4. So that'd be a D4 plus 2, because the so that'd be 6
2?
damage.
Okay. Come on!
As while you miss with your main sword, the vibration of that enchantment seems to shift to the smaller blade and
Nice.
it is
Okay.
very, very hurt.
Yeah. With frustration in my eyes, I end my turn and kind of like, Pax, get the fuck out of there!
I'm trying! And you see just Pax twist his body again. A human body would crack its spine as it just bends fully back and tries to pull the tendrils hard enough to just get loose. So I'm gonna roll an athletics.
By the way, technically, if you were to attack, restrained does not mean that you cannot. What does restrained mean?
I would have disadvantage on my attack roll.
But you have a disadvantage because you're technically flanking with everybody else in.
Oh, does that count while I'm grappled in this situation?
I believe it's flanking is. I would say so because you have people trying to help you. In this one,
if it's a
I'll
straight
check
roll,
later.
then I'll leave it up to you, DM, because I have rolled. Can I roll for an attack instead, or
roll if you wish to roll for an attack, you may.
then I will. Then I think, I can still change my weaponry. Pax will essentially just go for his boarding axe with his other hand, and he's just gonna use that to just hack with brute force into the creature that's holding.
Okay.
him. That's a 9.
Unfortunately, that is a 9. So that is a miss. Okay. Astrea, can we have your second roll? That is an 11. That is 2 successes. As Gizmo, you're up.
Okay, Gizmo, as we all know, looks up to Pax, and he wants to take example from him. So he will yell from the top of his lungs, "We have to help the captain and Pax!" And I will use my Draconic Cry to give advantage on attack rolls against, well, all enemies that can hear me in 10 feet. So
Yeah, so the two active creepers. Okay.
I will use one of my luck points to give myself advantage on my next attack, and I will use my little friend again.
You already have advantage. Isn't it for you and your allies, or just your allies?
It's for all attacks, but I have disadvantage because I'm using, as we said, the.
So it'll be a straight roll.
Right.
You can't super advantage. If you have 15 advantages and 1 disadvantage, you're rolling straight.
I'll take the straight roll, it's fine. So yeah, but
Yeah,
then
okay.
again, still everybody has advantage on those thingies.
You quickly reload.
Let's go. That is going to be... Sorry for that.
That is a 12. That is actually a hit. Roll the damage.
Nice. That is going to be... Wait, was it 1d10? Yes.
So it's 1d. It should be 1d10 plus 1.
Yes. Make it good. That's fine.
5
Okay.
damage.
Better than nothing.
As which one do you shoot? You're shooting the one that.
The one that is holding Pax and Astrea.
Okay. So actually, this one is plus 5, and this one is minus 5. Ah. You know what? The fight's been hard enough. I'll give you. It has. Something breaks inside as it just it has been rent apart, and I think you hit something maybe at the top of the vine where it just detaches and it just slumps to the ground. So this one is gone.
I'll take that.
Pax, you are no longer grappled. You're prone, however. I'll give you that. As this particular creeper, basically, again, he just stands there and just basically just lets himself almost sort of float back to the over the brushes, as not well, there hasn't been magic cast, so he's just waiting for the next target. This one, however, is still going to be Holden, and it's going to attack Gizmo again. Let's see here. There we go. Strangle. That's a 24 to hit, and I think that's down with a... Oh, no! You take 10 damage.
Okay, that's... I can take 10 damage.
Yeah.
That's fine. Everything is fine. It's good.
I'm happy I gave you those 12 hit points before I
I'm happy as well, trust me.
Tiberius is going to continue. He's going to rush again. He's got advantage on these. So advantage. I just have to... Oh, it's fun. I can just click that. That is a 25 and a 20... Okay, interesting. Oh, he rolled 2 19s. And damage. Okay, so that's a total of... Wait, seriously? He rolled... well. So it's a total of 18 damage. As basically he rushes. And in that sort of slam, it is literally the Godzilla slam, right? As he raises on the back of his feet, slams forward, and basically tries to push the floor away from Gizmo and from the rest, engaging it fully. Farron, you're up.
Right. So with my usual target gone, I am going to actually use my action to disengage.
You have no one in proximity right now. Tiberius
perfect.
pushed him out of the way.
In which case, I am just going to try and go to Astrea and see if there is anything I can do to try and stabilize her.
That would be a medicine check.
Be a medicine check, which I add plus 0.
50-50 chance.
That's a no, I'm afraid.
You don't make it worse, but I think Pax, as you sort of shake away the whole thing, you can see Farron going, where do I put my hands on the captain?
Yeah, absolutely. Is it Pax's turn then?
Farron, that's your action for the medicine check.
That's my action. Bonus action, I am not going to win. No, that's about it. I just frustration as I cannot recognize anything that looks like the main a wound to patch or anything.
No, because it's not. You can see that there are. She has scratches all over, torn clothing, but nothing that indicates a. If there's damage, it's probably internal, as in literally she was squeezed to death, right?
Right.
But yeah, you don't see anything to sort of help her in this way.
Given that I also lack a reaction or otherwise, a bonus action or otherwise that I can use.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about my turn.
Pax, you're up.
Yeah, Pax sees Farron go and take care of Astrea. We're still in mid-combat, so he's... I'm going to use half my movement to get up.
Yep.
And I think with 15 feet, I can move all the way here.
Yep.
And I'm going to have at the creature, thanks to the advantage that we got with the boarding axe.
That's a 26.
That is a nat 20!
Okay,
Nice.
Here we go.
Second one.
That is 13.
13 damage total, yes.
Very nice.
But this one isn't that hurt. But
Well,
pretty much as Tiberius is going full bear style, just mauling and
It's
pushing,
bloodied now.
Pax is pretty much diving in between claws and tendrils, just like going at it, swinging his axe. And when he's supposed to hit the ground on his back, he just spins his body and just lands on all threes before getting back up and going back in.
Okay. Astrea. Let's see if you stabilize. Of course, I said that, so here comes the nat 1. At 13, you are stabilized.
You're muted, Em.
Sorry, I saw the dice literally wiggle in between the 1 and the 13. So you had to call it.
So technically, you are down, but you are stabilized.
Yep.
Gizmo. There's, I think, yeah, you can definitely see there is that the bear versus the vines battle happening there with you can, I guess you can see Farron sort of trying to understand what's going on with Astrea. What do you do? I think you're muted. We can't hear you.
Right. I was saying I will run to help Pax.
Okay.
So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I could flank even, but I'm leaving the. I could get an opportunity attack.
That one is not attacking us
That
right
one is
now,
not attacking
Gizmo.
you for now. So this one is.
Perfect. Wait. Are we talking about this one?
Yeah,
that is
this one is no. This
Yeah.
one is not active.
After it drained Astrea, it flew up and it's now basically just floating at like low canopy height,
Yeah.
just
Let's say-
not responding.
Let's say for the flavor, I will just help then Tiberius and Pax. I will use my. How is that pronounced? Iqua?
Iklua. Yeah, it's
Iklua.
literally it is a piece of metal on the edge. So the Iklua is traditional. It's a I forget what the origin. But it's basically a sort of in your case it'd be a piece of metal on a short stick. Basically, it looks like a spear, but you've cut the haft in short. But yeah, go ahead.
And hopefully we'll do something.
So
good.
very much. I think I would ask you, what would it look like this piece of metal. This is very much a gizmo not contraption, but of gizmo make.
That's a very good question. I would say. I would imagine the blade being what very much looks like just a shard of glass that has been somewhat adapted into an actually sharp point.
It's a shiv. It's an overgrown shiv.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Exactly that.
Okay, go ahead.
So this is going to be to hit.
Another 19, that's a hit.
19 and a 19. Very nice. What?
Why is it 0? Oh, because you have a
Because I
minus
got
1 to
minus one
strength.
So I rolled the.
And you rolled a 1. So you literally go up and go, Gah! And I think like a hatchet in an oak tree, it gets stuck there in a vine. And you're going, ah! And I think Pat's behind you, you can kind of see, Gizmo, you're not grappled. But technically, well, are you grappling it in a way?
I mean, can it move right now?
It's got other problems. Like a huge ass bear mauling it. At which it's actually going to try.
I'll look at Pax and I'll be, I got it! I got it!
Finally, I'm getting a hit on Tiberius for 19 damage. Yeah, that's 19 damage on this beefy boy.
MVP of the game.
Very much.
I mean, kind of why I put him there. Oh
shit.
Actually, let's. Astrea, roll me a d8, please.
That's an 8. It doesn't appear here because I rolled it on my character sheet, but that's an 8.
Okay. So it'll move this way. As the wind just pushes it to the side, away from whatever action it is. Again, its tendrils are sort of slumped, basically, but there is that movement as it seems to sort of, almost sort of, not sniff the air, but keep awareness, basically, around. Pax.
Did we skip Farron?
We did skip Farron. I apologize. Farron, you're up.
Hello. Okay, so we have this one over there and this one over there.
Yeah. By the way, Astrea her breathing seems to have calmed.
Okay.
You can, but you can kind of see on her pale skin. You can kind of see the bruising starting to swell in certain places, be underneath the scratches.
Okay. Is there? But she hasn't regained consciousness.
She has
just
not.
Stabilized.
Yeah.
Right. I think is Pax currently flanking with anyone with Tiberius, right?
Not really in this case, no.
Okay, in which case, I'm gonna use my movement, and I'm going to flank with Pax.
Okay.
Well, actually, first, I would like to try. Can I see how the other creatures have reacted when you said that they were no longer interested? We said no longer tasty for Astrea, right? Do I get the feeling that, having observed their behavior, are they only reacting to magic, or are they actually going to keep attacking regardless? I guess that's a study action.
Yeah, so in this case, I guess make me an investigation check.
Investigation, okay.
Yeah.
Please tell me it's 16 that counts. That's an 18 then. Okay.
18. Yeah, you're pretty sure. The way that as soon as it sort of drained Astrea, it wasn't interested in flesh and blood. Clearly.
Right.
It grabbed her, and at some point when Pax pulled her out, there's definitely that it wasn't interested anymore.
Okay.
Now, however, it is defending it. The one that Tiberius has gone for is definitely defending itself.
Defending itself,
right?
but
As it is
not...
wrapping itself around Tiberius, sort of squeezing. And by the way, you do see, you actually do see that ether being pulled from Tiberius.
Tiberius.
I should be rolling 1d10. That is actually, it is healed 7. Thank you for reminding me.
Delightful. What I'm going to do
Tiberius
then...
doesn't have he doesn't have spell slots, but he still is a caster.
That makes sense. Having reassured myself now with that, let's count that as my action, that Astrea is under no immediate risk of further attack. If I leave her there, I am going to, in fact, set up flanking for Pax.
Okay.
And have my weapon at the ready. So using movement to flank, and that's my turn.
Okay. You don't want to attack?
With my dagger, I suppose.
What was your
Sure,
action?
let's try.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. No.
Because I
Forget I said
cannot,
anything.
right?
Oh yeah, you said study action. Correct.
Yeah.
Pax.
The thing is still moving. The thing gets the axe.
That's a 20 on a hit. And that is 12 damage.
Now we're talking. Well, now that's max damage.
Okay. Technically, Astrea, you are out of combat. Gizmo, you're... Oh, wait, Pax, do you have anything else? By the way, did we ever decide that your bite could be used as a bonus action? It's just the temporary hit points that are twice a day?
No, we did not.
Okay, we'll discuss that later then.
Very good. I also have just the bite attack, which does less damage than Hungry Jaws as a bonus action to scale.
Yeah. So
but if the bite attack can be counted as a light weapon attack, then I can use the same mechanics of two-weapon fighting if I attack with my short sword.
Huh. Oh, well, okay.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later, yeah. Okay.
So that's my turn.
Okay, Gizmo, you're up.
I mean, I'm still keeping a hold of the monster. Clearly.
Okay, do you actually... Here's the thing, Gizmo. What you can do is give Pax the help action on his next attack.
Yeah, because the Draconic Cry already ended.
Yeah.
Right. You know what? Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. I'll go for that.
And so you are hanging, basically going, I got him for you.
I'll keep it still for you. Just hit it.
Okay. The creeper is going to once again try to hit type. Oh wait, did I skip? I skipped Tiberius. Oh well. The creeper is going to try and get at him again. That is a 20 to hit. That is for another 14 damage. And Tiberius is just gonna go again. This time he's got disadvantage because of being restrained. I'll actually straight roll because you are all there. And he's basically going to bite attack. Yeah, that's a nat 1. And claw. That is a 24.
Just about to say, don't lose steam now, Tiberius.
He is losing steam. But it's not. He's still fighting, right? But that inertia, that rage, has he put in, and now he's sort of struggling to get out. These vines have creeped all over him. He's lost another spell slot, it's again that's sort of feeling about. He's it. What used to be a charge and a just rending of plant life. In this case, it's starting to become a struggle. You can see that now he's actually... The fight is not just one-sided. Okay. And, by the way, it just healed... Oh, it healed for another 10 points. Just doubled its points. Farron.
Right. Yeah, because now that the turns are so short, it is up to me again.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's give it the full attack with my little sword. And of course that works much better when I can scroll properly on this damn. There we are. Why is it giving me a...
So
that was interesting.
Format is correct. So that's a 23 to hit.
Okay.
Slashing damage
now...
6, Genie's Wrath 2, total damage for 8. By the way, as you slice in, again, there's you have the tendrils that feel the magic that is imbued into the sword, as this is your packed weapon. It tries to. You'll have maybe a smaller tendril that sort of tries to grab at your sword, cutting through it. But the main is just caught in with Tiberius, that it's completely entangled. But you realize that your sword right here is maybe enough magic for it to draw its attention to it.
Right. So this could be
not enough.
This could be a taunt.
Not enough to draw the attention of the other one beyond, but it's enough magic that it recognizes that there's magic within the object.
Right. Okay. Still worth it if I can get it off Tiberius's back. That was my action. Since I gave the attack action,
You may
bonus with a dagger.
Yes, you may dagger.
And I dagger away with these. Why is it?
So, Farron, you should have an attack in. So that would be a total of 3 damage. On your character sheet, you should have a off-weapon bonus action with your dagger, which has the correct calculations.
Right. Correct.
Pax.
Yes.
Let's finish this off, shall we?
Yep.
Let's finish this off. Let's go for
and you
the
have
X.
advantage. That's a 23 to hit.
That's 23 to hit.
Okay.
That's 11
So,
damage.
Considering that Gizmo is there holding this thing, trying and basically opening up the fronds, right? Tell me how you finish this thing off.
All right, so as its attention is obviously with Tiberius, where it's defending itself, and then that bit of a magic prickle on the other side, where Farron is using his magic, like his conjured weapon, he looks down, going like, "Good job, Gizmo, grab tight!" And instead of grabbing the tendril, he like grabs Gizmo around his waist, and then pulls the creature to him, and then reels back to just slash across, and just spatter that sap, essentially rending it in two from the pull and the push of his axe.
As the plant life again sort of is rent apart, it is difficult to determine when a plant is dead. But yes, there we go. We can move back to the other music. It's difficult to tell whether a plant is dead, except that in this case, it slumps to the ground. It doesn't have enough integrity to move about. as much. And while the tendrils here seem to sort of still have some life, you'll have sort of along the greater vines, you'll have the smaller tendrils that will move towards anything of a magical nature, including Tiberius, who is, by the way, very quick to move back to his original shape. As he turns, you see he goes to his bag, his pouch, pulls out a bout of holly, and goes, "Wait."
Pax immediately reaches out to grab his wrist to stop him.
No.
Later.
Yes.
Mechanically leans down to scoop up at
Astrea?
Astrea. Whoa, I was gonna do it again. Scoop up Astrea and getting up. Pax looks over his shoulder. We need to get to safety so the captain can recover. Single file on me.
Yes.
And you see Pax takes command as second in command in that moment.
Tiberius grabs again the two barrels. One that sort of hit badly. It's a bit damaged. Not enough for the contents to spill out, but definitely not watertight anymore. He goes, well, it is good that this, they can always make into mash, I guess. Let us move. I can hear the river not too far. We should not be too far away. And you move out back into the jungle, leaving behind, atop of its three comrades, the last bunch of these draining vines. It doesn't take you long to actually find the river again and hear some semblance of a path. And maybe an hour after your encounter, you finally see, built on stilts, the lights of civilization, a drawbridge falling sort of forward down towards you as you have found Phosphor. But we will save that for part 2 of tonight's game. Congratulations, guys!
Survived again.
This,
Barely.
we'll talk about it at the debrief, but these draining vines were CR3 each.
Never doubted us for a second.
But then again, if Phosphor would just say, you know what, we'll talk about it at the debrief. Friends, foes, those undeclared, go have a snack, go take a break, walk it off, drink what you need. Players, you do the same, and we will see you just after this.